Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new EZA for the LR, Goku, and Hit here. So, their EZA just came out the other day. Finally getting around to doing their EZA showcase and checking them out myself. But from just reading through their kit, they seem like, I don't know, a little odd to me. Like they're the way that they function is a little odd. It seems like they're built for kind of longer events, that they'll be around for a while, that you can help build up their defense by having them in slot 3, and then you can build up their attack by having them in slot 1 or 2. But I don't know. So we're gonna run them through this event, the typical showcase event that I like to do, and just kind of see how they perform. You know, I'm not worried about a win or lose here. I'm worried about just, you know, I'm gonna throw them in different kind of situations and see what we can get out of them. So we're gonna jump in, we're gonna do this, we're gonna check these guys out. Okay, so they of course are here until slot 7, so we are probably just gonna go ahead and skip ahead until we get to them, get them on rotation. That way we can start taking a look at them. Alright, so we're here on turn 3, so we've got the EZA LR Hit and God Goku here. So let's go ahead, we're going to take a look at their passive. So they are Ki +5, attack and defense 200. They've got 20% damage reduction, attacks are guaranteed to hit. They'll launch an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super, and then they've got a high chance to evade. So a pretty decent, just basic kit they have right there, right? Then when you have HP is 67% or more, you're getting an additional 10% damage reduction, which is always good. When attacking, they're getting an additional 67% attack and defense, and they're disabling the enemy's guard. So this is where it starts to get a little, you know, kind of a weird play. So as the first or second attacker, so if you have them in the first or second slot, they're going to get 6 Ki and 160 attack and defense boost, with a 16% chance to dodge and an additional 60% damage reduction. So ideally, I mean, that's pretty good, right? So that gives them that 40% or 46% damage reduction when they're sitting in the first, second slot, when you're sitting above 67% or more HP. And then for every attack that they're going to do, or every attack that they get hit or dodge, they're getting additional attack up by 20%, up to 100%. But that's only when they're sitting in that first or second slot, right? So if you move them to the floater slot, you got them back in slot 3. They're going to get Ki +7, an additional 170% just attack. They're going to launch an additional super, and they're going to have an attack break for the enemy there. And then for every attack that they do as the third attacker, they're getting more defense. So kind of depending on what you want from them, you know, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to put them in the third slot first. We're going to build up their defense, and then we can start running them in slot 2, probably along the Hit, the Dokkan Fest Hit from Golden Week. We'll have them run kind of side by side. I think that's going to work out a little bit better for them. So we'll play it like that first. We'll go ahead and throw them back here. We'll keep UI up front. We'll do that. And then we're just going to pick up some Ki. Ki's not really giving an issue for these guys because they're giving themselves a lot of Ki. Right, so they're going to be doing 18 Ki supers out the wazoo. Okay, Zamasu's just dodging everything. Sure, whatever. Okay, so now we're gonna see them. Okay, so here's one super. Then they've got an additional attack that can become a super, which I think this is what just procced. And then they're getting an additional guaranteed super as well, since they're in that third slot. Yep. And then maybe hidden potential super. Yeah, so we got that. So that's 4 attacks that they're doing, which is going to build up their defense to 80%, right? It's kind of weird. You can get up to 100 by doing 5 attacks, but the most they can really do in one turn is 4. So it's a little odd, but I think it's fine. You know, we've built up their defense by 80%. So the next time they come around, we'll throw them into the second slot. That way we can see how they fare there, and we start building their attack up as well. And I think they're gonna run pretty well with this hit here. I'm pretty sure he's like one of their best partners. I think they share like 5 links together, so they'll be pretty good. We will have the active skill as well. Or actually, no, we won't, because I think they have to be below a certain HP. So I know it's 3 supers, but I think they also have to be below an HP threshold, so we might not have that just yet. But we'll take a look at them when they come back around. Yeah, we might just go ahead and jump straight back to them, just because these guys are going to be doing a bunch of attacks, so we still got another rotation before they even come back, because of putting them in that 3rd slot, that's kind of a weird downfall of them, right? I mean, you throw them in the 3rd slot, they get all their defense, but then they aren't back around for a little while, so we'll jump back in once they're here. Okay, so we're back here with them now. It's almost as I'm gonna say, oh well, we do have the active now, which is actually pretty good. So let's take a look at their active skill here. So with this, it can be activated after performing 3 or more super attacks in battle if HP is 76% or less. So since we just dropped below that 76% HP threshold, and we've done 3 or more, we can do this. And this just gives them a permanent attack and defense up by 13% buff for the battle, which is beautiful, right? That's exactly what we want. We love those kind of active skills. It just gives them a permanent buff. So we're actually going to go ahead and use it now, and that way we have it. And then we'll probably just keep them here in slot 1 because they do have a chance to dodge. They do still have a bunch of damage reduction, and I just want to see how they fare in that 1st slot as well.
Well, Goku, you are making good progress, but I'm still not going to lose to someone like you. Now this is where the real fight begins.
This is getting fun!
I don't remember the last time I've actually watched that. I haven't used this unit in so long, and I don't think I've ever actually gotten their active off. Alright, so we'll just go ahead. We're going to run it like this. We'll pick these up here. I want them in slot 1. I want to see how they do. Yeah, I just want to know how good they are, if they can dodge. Let's find out. All right, well, they didn't dodge, but they took the hit fine. I guess that's okay too. All right, so they're at 31 million. And of course, the core decides to go out as they're attacking. So, you know, it is what it is, sure. So my hit and Goku, they're not at full links. I definitely meant to get them to full links before doing the showcase, and I realize as I'm clicking on there that they're not. But it is what it is, man. And it's oh well. We can do another video with them at full links, and we'll check it out. But right now, this is just kind of a look at them, and you know we're not really too worried about it right now. Alright, so let's grab that. Grab those for Goku. And just pick up that orb. Goku dodge. Nope. Okay. Be alright. Yeah, this Goku's good, man. I'm not really ever too worried about him. Unless we're in some of those fights where the deeper you get into, the stronger the opponent gets. That's where it starts to get a little worried about everything. But all I ever think about is just putting UI in the first slot and him not dodging and then just dying. Because he does that to me a lot. So we're trying to avoid that here. I want to see a little bit more of this hitting Goku. Because how many supers did we get off on the last turn? I wasn't really paying attention to it. So they're really only going to do the one, and then they have a great chance to launch an additional, and then we have whatever we have from the hidden potential, right? Because third slot, they're guaranteed to launch an additional super. The first and second slot, they're not. So it's kind of up to chance there. They're going to launch at least one, but after that, it's up in the air. But they are increasing their defense while they're in that first and second slot, as long as they've got those attacks aimed at them. Okay, so here, what we're actually going to do is I'm going to use hits time skip just to erase this whole row here, and I want to see how hard these guys can hit in the middle between these two hits.
A worthy rival is what inspires evolution in a warrior's talents. And I'll keep on improving. Time skip has advanced so much you can't keep up anymore.
Alright, so we've cleared the turnout. We're not worried about anything here. So now we're just kind of free to play around here. So it doesn't matter what we pick up for orbs. So we're just going to go ahead and, like, honestly, we pick these up and them sitting in that second slot, they're going to get additional 6 ki. So even though we didn't pick up enough orbs to get the 18 ki, they're going to shoot their ki up anyway. So again, the ki is not an issue for this character whatsoever. All right, let's see how strong this rotation is here. All right, so this hit's doing some work. The friend hit is he's been doing a lot of hits, and he's stacking every time he's doing stuff too. That is one thing that I do wish the Hit God Goku did, was stack. But with their 18 ki, they are greatly raising attack and defense for 4 turns, which is still pretty good. Instead of just for the turn, they're doing it for 4. You go, okay, that's normal. Your hidden potential. Normal, okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks. We didn't get to see as much as I would have liked out of this rotation with them, but I mean, that's the name of the game with the RNG and the chances to do things, right? Unless it's guaranteed, you can bet your ass I'm probably getting normals most of the time. Okay, so let's do this here. We'll use cells.
I suppose that was a good enough warm-up.
Alright, so make sure this Goku gets his rainbow. We'll pick up that. And then we can just grab that for Cell. Oh, we are getting a Dokkan attack off too. Wish I would have paid more attention. I always forget to pay attention to that.
Time to get serious.
Could have been able to save that and had the hit and Goku do it and see how they would have fared. So far I kind of actually like them. I think they're good. I think the way that their kit is written is a little weird, but it also gives you a little bit of leeway to kind of run them how you want, right? Whether you want them to do more attacks and be able to build up their defense, or whether you want them to have a little bit more damage reduction and chances to dodge while building up your attack. You know, it's a kind of a choose your own adventure to an extent with this character, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But so far, I don't hate them. I think they're fine. Say it's Cell. I don't think Cell's gonna die here, but if he does, he's got his revive, so I'm really not too worried about him. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Okay, so now going into this turn here. So we could throw the hit up front and watch him dodge. Let's see, because he's got his 70%. And then for every attack received or evaded, he gets a higher chance to dodge. We could do that, or we could put these guys up in slot 1 and see if we can get their dodge chance, right? Because they've already got the 50% chance straight out of the gate, and then as that first or second attacker, they've got an additional 16%, right? So they got 66%. Let's push the boundaries of that 66%, shall we? If he dies, he dies. If he dodges, he dodges. Let's do it. Here it comes. Dodge. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the normals don't really do too much to him either, it looks like. That's good. So at this point, I'm pretty sure they've built up as much of the attack as they're going to from getting hit and dodging. So we're not really worried about that. The defense, they could do still one more time right in that third slot to get up to that 100%. But, I mean, they take normals just fine. Type disadvantage normals, even before they supered, they took it just fine. They do have that damage reduction, right? I just want to know how they would take a super from type disadvantage. So that's what I'm trying to test here next. I think we're going to keep throwing them in slot 1, and I want them to get hit. You know, we've seen them dodge. We've seen them be able to go in that slot 1 as a little savior. But I want to see what happens when they don't dodge and when they get hit. If we can make that happen. Unless they decide today's the day they're just going to dodge everything. Let's go ahead. We're going to turn all this stuff off. Just going to use that just because. Just to get it out of my face. Do that so that you can get your rainbow. Do that just because. And you really only need the one, so we'll just do that. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens with UI here. Hopefully he dodges. I have a feeling that super's coming in hot. Oh my golly day. Yeah, dude, that Goku, man. He's such a good unit when he does shit he's supposed to. When he doesn't, oh my lord, is he just disgusting. Oh, of course, the attack break was not the super. Dodge? No, we're dead. Okay, we're dead. So we didn't get to see Goku and Hit take the super. But we did see just Hit take the super. I think I'm gonna jump back into it real quick, and I want to see if I can get back there and see if we can't get them in front of a super attack and see what happens if they get hit. So let me try that, and we'll cut back. All right, so we're back here now again. This is just starting off the phase against Zamasu and Goku Black. Let's see, what have we done here? So we've done 4 supers, 6 attacks. You know, I think we're gonna put him up here. Just if they super, I want to see I want to see how they take this hit. Of course, it's a good thing I didn't click anything yet. All right, so let me fix this. Okay, so we're back. Everything's good. Okay, so we got all these attacks up here up front before they attack. I'm hoping one of these is a super. I just want to see how they take this hit. Just straight out of the gate, and it hits. I mean, let's check it out. This is really the last thing I want to see from them. I think they perform very well. I actually do like them better than I thought I was going to after I first read their kit. But yeah, I mean, I think they're good. Okay, so let's see. Are they going to dodge or are they going to get hit? They're going to get hit. Okay, yes, so they get smacked. Okay. I mean, it is type disadvantage. It's a hard-hitting boss. They don't have guard. I get it. So it's really all I just wanted to see, man. I just wanted to come in there. I wanted to let them take that super head on before attacking and just kind of see how they would take something like that in that kind of situation, right? So if they don't dodge, they die by the super. If they don't dodge, they could live a normal, just depending how hard the enemy's hitting, because we saw them get hit in that first slot by normals before they attacked, and they were totally fine. And this cord is going to drive me up a wall, guys. So that's really all I wanted to see from them. So I think that's really going to do it. All right, so that was Transcendent Lightspeed Battle Erupts, Hit and Super Saiyan God Goku, the LR EZA for Golden Week. Pretty good, a pretty good unit. I do like them. I thought I wasn't going to as much reading through their kit originally, but I think they're good. I think they're a fine unit. They do very well with Hit on the team, linked up with him. I think they're a good partner for him and for his team. So very good addition. Unit's cool, man. I mean, to get something like this is awesome. I hope that in the future we'll see a Hit and Goku kind of tag unit. I think that would be an interesting one to throw in there. If we don't see it for part 2 for Golden Week, maybe we'll see it sometime in the future. But for right now, we got this guy and he's pretty good. So I'm here for him. I like him. I'll give him the check in the box. So that's gonna do it for today. If you guys hung around for the end of the video, I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. What do you guys think of the EZA for the LR Hit and Super Saiyan God Goku? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Are you indifferent? Do you wish they could have done more? If you do, what would you change? What would you change about their EZA to make them a little better and a little more tailored towards the way you play? Let me know. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time.
See ya.